In today's video, we are going to speak about the best altcoins for 2025. We are seeing a surge in altcoins today, and I think this is just the beginning. So great video ahead. Let's start with it. So if you look at rate cuts and liquidity, we definitely are going to have a surge in liquidity. We are going to have the Federal Reserve cutting interest rates. So really good for altcoins. Historically, you only had really big altcoin bull markets when you had low interest rates and the Federal Reserve was increasing liquidity. So that will happen. I think this year inflation is also coming down. We are having some resolution in terms of tariffs. Trump is already changing his tone against China, saying that they are going to find a deal, that tariffs will come lower, 10% across the board. So in general, I think we are going to have 3-4 months of really positive growth for Bitcoin and altcoins. And also, it's better to buy Bitcoin than to buy the stock market, because in the stock market you have tariffs, you have political implications, while with Bitcoin is neutral. So, and it's showing that while Bitcoin is going up 10-15%, macro market, stock market, US 100, S&P 500 went down like 10%. So Bitcoin is not only a risk on asset, but now is also turning like gold a risk off asset. So in any kind of market, having Bitcoin is really good. And if Bitcoin is strong, sooner or later people are going to rotate from Bitcoin to really good altcoins. Not every altcoin, but coins like Tau, Sui, Salana are going to benefit immensely. So let's look at altcoins. Bitcoin really strong at 93,000. If you look at Bitcoin dominance, you can see that we are around 64. Historically, we only had bull market for altcoins when it reached 70 to 75%. So currently at 64, close to 65. When we get to 70, 72, plus the Federal Reserve lowering interest rates, I think we are going to have a really good move for altcoins. So let me show you. Around here, 70, I think we are going to have a correction at least towards 64, 65. Even a correction like that would be 10%. 10% is a lot for altcoins. I think we would see altcoins doing 3-4 times its price, especially coins like Tau, Salana, and Sui. And if it's a really good correction, 20% correction where it goes from 70 to 57, then it would be absolutely insane. So that's my plan. I think we get to 70, 74. We could do something similar to 2019 where it goes to 74, then retraces to 57, and then has another move to 72. So we could have something similar where we go to 74, retracement, and then move higher. In terms of momentum indicators, we are at the top on the RSI monthly momentum indicators. So I think if Bitcoin this year, at least according to money supply, M2, we could get to 150K. I think around that time, between 130 and 150, altcoins are going to have also 1 or 2 months where it will do very, very well. The 3 coins I think will benefit the most, and I think Tau by far is my number one conviction. If you look at the price, 352. If you look about what's happening in the markets, I think is the best coin to have at the moment. You have 100 plus subnets. The user experience to trade subnets is insane. Majority of subnets are better than 99% of crypto projects. So when I look at Tau, same tokenomics like Bitcoin, incentivizes the creation of amazing AI, super decentralized, with the smartest people I've seen in crypto. And also when you look at the best investors like Barry Silver, now you have Tom Lee speaking about Tau as well. I think sooner or later this is going to be a 100 billion market project, and I even think in the next 10 years this will get to a trillion market cap, because there is nothing like Tau. Really useful project. The subnets like Shoots, Targan, Subnet 8, Cilium, these kind of subnets are actually more useful than majority of crypto projects. So just imagine 1,000 plus subnets. Even if 15 of them get to a billion, you have 15 billion just in subnets. I think Tau easily gets to 50 to 100 billion this or next year. So Tau looking good. If it closes above 366, I think we are going to attempt 500, above 500, new all-time highs. We could have a small correction around 430, but to be honest, price is looking good above the 12 and 21. Momentum indicator also showing strength. So for me, this is the number one conviction. Mostly of my portfolio is in Tau, to be honest, because the staking rewards are like 20, 25. Plus, if you know how to invest in the subnets, you're getting 100% APY, plus the price appreciation of subnets, because if subnets do 2 times more than Tau, you are actually getting 2 times more Tau than you actually have at the moment. So I'm going to do a video on subnets this week, but definitely the best place to be at the moment is Tau, and I think it will be in the next few years. Another one I really think has a lot of potential is Sui. Sui is a layer 1, similar to Salana, very fast, cheap, scalable. I even think it's a better tech than Salana. Salana has more developers, is older, makes sense. But I think Sui, from what I've seen, it will compete with Salana. So for transactions, for NFTs, for anything you can think about, I think Salana and Sui will dominate the market. And I can see, even in terms of developers, Sui and Salana are leading. So it's a really important use case. You need very fast, cheap money. Bitcoin is an amazing store of value, but doesn't work as a medium of exchange because it's too slow. So you need something like Sui and Solana that are fast, cheap, can have millions of people using every single day. In terms of chart, when I look at Sui, it's showing strength. Market structure is bullish, above the 12 and 21. As you can see, we're in a downtrend for a while now, closing above the 12 and 21. I think this at least goes to $4. Then around this level, we can have a correction. But so far, it's looking good. I'd say after Tau, I think Sui, in terms of altcoins, of course, I recommend having Bitcoin on your portfolio. It's been doing well, like almost 70% of the market is Bitcoin in terms of dominance. So Bitcoin is always a good one to have. Tau is my number one. I would say Sui could come second. You could divide between Sui and Solana. Sui has a lower market cap, so I think has more rewards. And the third one is Salana. This one is very safe too. I like Salana because Ethereum is failing, doesn't scale, it's too slow. So coins like Salana, Sui will definitely in the next 1-2 years, I think, even surpass Ethereum. The question is Ethereum going to come so down that Solana and Sui don't need to do much? Or we are going to see Solana and Sui doing like 10, 20x and surpass Ethereum? I think the case number one is more likely. I think Ethereum will start to lose market cap. And sooner or later, I think we're going to see Solana and Sui around top 5. And I think that will be top 3, to be honest. But Solana also very safe. It's almost impossible to lose money on Solana on the long term. If you wait like 5 years, Solana definitely does a 10x. So Solana, very safe too. Sui, very safe as well. And Tau as well. And Tau, I think, has potential to do even 50 times in the next 5-10 years. I think the next 2 does 10 to 20 times. But to be honest, I don't see any limit. I think it will just keep growing. You can have thousands of subnets and you're going to have amazing, amazing companies because the incentives are amazing. It's a decentralized network for AI. And from what I've seen, is the best project since Bitcoin. So these are the 3 coins I'm looking at. Definitely focus on these 3. You are not going to lose money, almost guaranteed. And of course, have Bitcoin as well. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much. See you.